I think we got to talk about beliefs again. Hello, my fellow flawless, limitless, sexy, sassy, saucy HBICs. How are you on this lovely morning, afternoon, or evening? How are you all? I hope you are all doing fabulous. I hope you are all choosing to be the versions of yourself that have your manifestations. And if not, leave me a comment down below why. Because I'm going to slap that excuse right on out of that comment. Just saying. If you're new here, how you doing? I'm Kimberly, and I'm obsessed with getting what I want. I'm obsessed with it. I love getting what I want. It makes me feel good. Doesn't it feel good to get the things you want? If you're obsessed with it and obsessed with manifestation like I am, please subscribe and come back and see me. To all of you who have already been here, how are you, HBICs? I do love you all. I'm so happy today. I'm in a good mood. I just did a live stream. Well, about an hour ago, I did. I had a call in between. I don't think you care about that. But I saw a couple of comments on one of my latest videos regarding, what manifests, your thoughts, your beliefs, or feelings. And I saw some comments, and what I took away from them is I don't think everybody understands how manifestation works per se, or beliefs and what they are and what they're doing to your damn reality. So I think I'm going to break it down really quick. So that this might be more for someone new to manifestation, or maybe you've been here a while and maybe you've been misunderstanding. So let me clear this up for you, okay? Before I jump in, I just want to say if you want to work with me in any way, shape, or form, all of that information is in the drop box below, as well as the link to my other YouTube channel if you want to hang out with me outside of manifestation, and that is Kimberly's Other Life. It's all down there below. All the info. Drop box below. Okay? So, my video was on what manifests, feelings, thoughts, or beliefs. And my response in the video was, your beliefs. And I saw a comment that said, your thoughts. The thought came first. And I agree with you. The thought did come first. But it's not the thought that manifested. The repetitive, consistently thinking thought can manifest, because a repetitive thought becomes a belief. But you see, when we're manifesting, if we really want to change our world, the idea is you are always ever manifesting who you believe you are. Not just what you're affirming. Because you could be affirming all day long that you're, in a loving, fulfilling, committed relationship. But you could still have that belief of, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I don't think I'm good enough. You can manifest your relationship, but you will then experience a reflection validating the I'm not good enough. So I'm just saying, whenever we're manifesting, whatever it is, if you're not happy with what your current 3D looks like, and that's why we're manifesting, let's say you're manifesting money, there is a belief somewhere that has manifested into your 3D reality. In other words, to get you the reflection of you don't have enough money. So somewhere within you believe something about money. It's a belief. Okay, I'm hoping that's making sense. And for what it's worth, maybe you have no conscious memory of where a belief could have ever been formed. And see, and that's the thing is, we get a large portion of our beliefs from conditioning in our early years on this planet as children. Okay? And to be quite honest, all beliefs, all the things we believe, all the knowledge we have is based off of conditioning of some way, shape, or form. Conditioning. Okay? So a repetitive thought can become a belief. That's what a belief is. It came from something we thought about over and over and over and over. I'm hoping that makes sense. And then there was a comment about, yeah, but I manifested something because I only had a story for a short time. The story wasn't, I only had a story for a short time, so it was before it even formed into a belief. I'm assuming, since you're giving it the description of it was a story about something, a story is a reflection from a belief. So let's say, for example, you manifested a specific person. And let's say they've manifested in, okay? And let's say, just for the sake of conversation, for other people understanding, you manifested that relationship, but you still have the belief of not good enough. And because that belief has gone unchecked, eventually you received that reflection, because you're always going to get your reflection, the who you believe you are, back at you. So maybe a circumstance happened where SP has said, I don't think I want to go out with you anymore. I'm going to start dating so-and-so third party. That would be a reflection of the not good enough belief. And because that probably hurt your feelings, that now started a story about your specific person. This is someone who can hurt me. This is someone who can let me down. They've hurt my feelings. They've rejected me. So this person, SP, whoever, they did something to hurt me. So it's possible for this person to hurt my feelings, because now I've had this experience. That is the beginnings of a story, a belief of what you believe about that person. So let's say you went 2 days without talking to that person because they're busy with third party, and then they come back to you. That would appear like a short period of time. But because the experience was so upsetting, it can instantly create the belief. Something can't be a story in our reality without there being a belief that that story even manifested. So again, if you're experiencing what you personally are calling, it's a story I have, but I've only had it for 3 days, okay? Then it's a reflection of a belief. Every single thing you are experiencing in your reality is a reflection of one of your beliefs. So something couldn't even be a story for 10 minutes without it being a reflection of what you believe about yourself. Again, you don't have to have a specific conscious thought about one of your beliefs. You don't have to specifically think the thought, I'm not good enough. You don't have to think that. But your thoughts, again, this is just an example, your thoughts of, I can't stand my nose, I don't like my face, I don't think it's pretty, I don't think it's good enough, I just don't think I'm pretty, I don't think I'm pretty, not pretty. Oh, now I'm dating a specific person. I'm not pretty though. I'm not pretty. I don't think I'm pretty. I don't think I'm pretty. That's a reflection of I'm not good enough, and could possibly eventually manifest something in your reality reflecting to you to resonate with the belief. A third party, SP pulling away, all sorts of things. So I think that we overthink beliefs, but I think we're also losing sight of we fluctuate through states of consciousness consistently all day long. All day long. Now, you might keep landing back in a consistent, dominant dwelling state. Hence why we experience consistent, repetitive things until we become aware of manifestation and we get a hold of those things and make new decisions. We make new decisions for ourselves. And a belief can be conquered with one decision. One time, one decision. Yes, it can, because a state shift is instant. But you might fall back into a state where that belief is alive again, because there are infinite versions of ourselves. I do think an issue within this community we don't think about enough, even though we hear all the time there are infinite versions of ourselves, I think we become numb to that. And we think of ourselves as just this one being, this one version of ourselves. And that whatever beliefs that we started this journey with, some of us feel like we are stuck as this version of ourselves that is fixing and getting rid of beliefs. When in all reality, all you needed to do was remember you're in a being with infinite versions of self or infinite states of consciousness. That there's a version of you that doesn't have those beliefs. You just need to place your awareness on that version of yourself, because you are not just one self. Yes, you step into, I'm going to say that consistently looking nearly the same 3D body form, but we can manifest changes in those too. But we tend to step into the same looking version. Something about ourselves that is staying the same is what I mean. Yeah, I understand that thinking. You're stepping into this, human form every day. Yes. But the who you are up in here, your state of consciousness, is changing all the time. Hence why we're not stuck in one state. And why when we do make our decision to be our new selves, which on my channel, that just means the version of yourself that has your manifestation and living their best life. That's new self. So when you make that decision to be that self, yeah, you go to that reality. You go to that version of yourself. You enter that state. But you can fall right back out of it and land in a different state. We tend, especially if we're on autopilot, we tend to land back in the same dwelling state. But even that dwelling state will change as you do your manifestation techniques on repetition. Remember, repetition is our friend, especially if we're not believing or trusting that we can just make a decision and stay there. We can. That doesn't make us bad manifestors if we can't just one and done and we fall back out and get triggered again. That's not bad manifesting. It's just go back to your decision. Repetition is our friend. Just saying. You want repetition. It's going to serve you. But beliefs are your holy grail. Beliefs, beliefs, beliefs. And please don't confuse your belief on whether something can manifest or not. We're talking your core beliefs and other little, what I like to think of like little octopus-like beliefs. It's all beliefs. All beliefs in one big mixing bowl is what is the reflection you're receiving from 3D, is of your mixing bowl of all the beliefs within that particular state of consciousness. And every state of consciousness has a new mixing bowl. You might see some familiar beliefs in that mixing bowl, but every state is independent of itself, or independent from the other states. I hope that is clear. And again, to the person that put its thoughts, well, it's repetitive thoughts that create beliefs, yes. But your individual one-time thought, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to manifest. I think that's important to know. And I do think it's that thinking that makes us afraid of thoughts. We don't need to be afraid of our thoughts. Our thoughts are just little vehicles to other versions of ourselves, aka other realities. That's all. Nothing to lose our shit over, nothing to stress. And you really don't even need to be stressing over your beliefs. Like, oh my God, how many beliefs do I have that I got to fix? Decide who you want to be. Decide what you want your 3D experience to be like, what you want to experience in love, who you want to manifest in love, what you want your money life to look like, your career life, your health life, your family life, your friends' life. And decide for yourself what you want to experience. Make the decision that that's who you are, your limitless version. That version of you already exists. Don't overthink your beliefs, okay? You know, sometimes I think it's silly to endlessly debate how we're manifesting. I think we should spend more time on doing what feels good and trusting that that will work. Just saying. But I don't think it's a coincidence that just about everyone that's ever talked about manifesting brings it back to states of consciousness. Just saying. But you don't need to stress them. Don't be afraid of that word, state. It's just who you believe you are. Okay? And most importantly, you can use any technique to move you to a state. Any technique works. Stop overthinking and definitely stop thinking so damn logical and literal. You're drowning yourself in the logic and spending more time focusing on all the things that you think might be, getting in the way of your manifestation, when instead you should be putting the focus on who the fuck you want to be and choose it and decide you are that now. Okay? So on that note, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Let's jump in. Got Poop going to town, cleaning herself over here, making all sorts of noises. Sorry. I'm not going to make her stop, licking her feet and then rubbing her eyes. Right, Poop? Right? All right. Anyway.